one thing about Magpul is they're consistent. And if you're looking for something for your AR-15 rifle, if Magpul has it, it's top quality. And that's just my experience. And I have dealt a lot with Magpul, number of stocks, imbus sights, magazines, bad levers, you name it. I've had a lot of experience with Magpul products and put them on most of my rifles. And because of that, when I saw this rail light mount, and of course I do a lot of flashlight reviews, plus it's the one thing that I do like on my AR-15 rifle is a light, or at least to have the capability of putting a light on my rifle. And so I've been wanting to get a hold of these, one of the Magpul Rail Light mounts. And so we're going to take a look, we're going to install it on the rifle, we're going to use it, I'm going to give you some thoughts about it. It does come with a two-piece polymer body, and then there are two mounting areas that are polymer, and then you have aluminum anodized rings on the top. Steel post that will attach to your 1913 Picatinny rail, and of course metal screws. And this should really give a secure fit. And the weight of the mount is really light, 2.3 ounces. So while there's not an option in color, there is an option in right or left. And of course we have the right here, which it'll rise up against, it'll get really close to the barrel. We'll look at that once we mount it. And then we have the left side. Either way you like to mount your flashlight, it gives you both of those options. Now the aluminum rings are attached to a polymer base here. And this actually loosens and then tightens down. So you're going to have a lot of different diameters that you can use with this mount. Here in the bottom we have hex screws, and it's for a 3/32 hex wrench. So you want to add your light before you put the mount on, because you're not going to be able to access these hex screws if you don't. Now you want to go ahead and loosen the rings up, but you don't want to remove the bolt altogether. If you're not careful, it'll come out, which is fine, it doesn't really hurt anything. But you want to get as much diameter with these rings as you can get. Here we have full diameter. Now for the mount, I'm going to add one of the Nightwalker 550 N3s, and this is about a 1-inch body to it, but you're going to have to remove the tail cap because this is a little bit larger than the main body. Now I'm installing the left side because that's naturally where I like my lights, so I can access it with my thumb, unless I have pressure pads. And then go ahead and just slip the rings right over the body. If you're having any trouble, you can loosen these up just a touch. Okay, once you get it into place, just tighten down your hex screws. Now these polymer little bars here are going to secure themselves to the body of the flashlight. And that's a really strong mount. Then just add your tail cap. Now the mounting screws require a flathead screwdriver. Now you can loosen this all the way, or you can loosen it just enough to get it over the Picatinny rail. It's probably just as easy to go ahead and release it. You want to get a good secure fit to hold this light to the mount, but it should hold just fine. Now the cantilever mount actually juts the flashlight out some. So that keeps it from being real close to your rail system. And what that's going to do is going to get it out here. Of course it's riding really close to the barrel, and then it's going to keep barrel shadow down. If you've ever had a flashlight real close to your barrel, to your Picatinny rail system, then you get a lot of barrel shadow on down. As you can see, the mount cantilevers forward, so it makes it really easy to transition right to the light, off and on. And of course you can use pressure switches with this as well, but it gets the light out there next to the barrel. You need to search, you want to cut that light off really quickly, save your battery, or not to give away your position. I mean, this mount does not move. The light doesn't move, nor does it move on the rail. The one thing about these kind of mounts is that it is sturdy, they're proven, they have the R&D, and yet they are just a very reasonable price. I mean, $29.95 for this mount, that's just incredible. Of course, that's at the Magpul website. There are many places where you can get it even for less. Now I wanted to test out the different ways to mount it. Magpul shows on their website that the light is mounted up top. And so I went ahead and mounted it on the bottom, which it works really well. In fact, when you have your hand right here, it's really easy just to nudge that light on. Even though it is cantilevered and it goes in a different direction, you can do however you want to, whatever suits you best. There's no one way to do anything. I really like this setup. So at the range, I was doing this. For my night shoots, I had it mounted this way. It works well either way. It's just according to where you naturally put your hand. The mount itself is extremely stable, but everything functioned extremely well, and I'm really pleased with these mounts. I really like the versatility and the way these really get out front on the rifle. So check out the Magpul Rail Light Mount. If you want to mount a light to your rifle, this is an excellent way to do it. And you can find these at magpul.com. And of course, there are a lot of other online retailers that sell these. If you're also looking for a good quality flashlight to go in your mount, check out goinggear.com. Marshall's a good buddy of mine, and he gives a Suits discount, 10% off all products on the Going Gear website. So check them out. Magpul, thumbs way up. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. You can get it for less at many others, and it's going to have less barrel shadow. And there can be a lot of barrel shadow. You want to get a good secure fit. You want to get a good secure fit. In the dead of night, love bites.